Hey guys, what's going on? I want to tell you about how this raccoon got me from being stuck in gold to climbing my way up into diamond and almost grandmaster at the moment. So before we jump into a bit of gameplay, 59 matches played, 29 matches won, which is 49% win ratio. Now, this guy isn't like the most efficient in terms of like changing games and like obviously his ult isn't a support ult, so the wins are also dependent on how the team performs, and I guess you could say that about every single healer, but especially Rocket, because his impact, it's essentially the way you play him, which I'll get into, rather than his actual ult being game changing. So let's jump into a bit of gameplay. This is one of my recent games of him. Now, positioning is key with this guy. I always like to try to start off with being positioned on a roof and chucking my BRB revival kit somewhere where the enemy team can't see. That's not super ideal, but I just want to get a bird's eye view of the battlefield at the moment. So I've just positioned myself there and I'm just starting to spam the heals, right? If you have a Winter Soldier or a Punisher on your team, you need to work with them like side by side. I've been on so many teams where I've played as a Punisher and the Rocket just has no idea about the team up ability and completely forgets. Like, I've literally had to write it in the chat for him to throw down our team up ability. So here, I like to always change positions, right? You don't want to always be on high ground, because if the opposite team has a Hela, Iron Man, or just anyone who, like a Star Lord, they will just scope you out on the roof, isolate you, and you will be literally one-shotted from their back line. So I like to always position myself starting up high, and always keeping it versatile. So a bit of groundwork and then a bit of roof work as well. So I just mix it up depending on how the game is flowing. Here, I find myself much more involved when I'm actually right next to everyone. And if I need to retreat, obviously I'm going back into the building just for safety. Your priority is to stay alive, and the longer you can stay alive, the more your team will stay alive too. You need to turn on your allied health bar so you can actually see everyone's health and who's in more need of the actual health beams, right? So here, I'm still just on the retreat somewhat, like I'm getting pressed at times and then just clearing the line of sight just so I don't get literally Hulk smashed. um, I do get involved sometimes depending on the flow of the game in terms of like getting some kills and doing a bit of DPS, but it's not my main priority. So I will shoot when I feel as though I'm comfortable to shoot. If I see my whole team is under a lot of pressure, I'm not going to start going on the front lines and trying to take them all on myself. I'll just try to heal them, and when it's safe, I'll start pressing in terms of actually shooting people. So when someone's low on health, or if I find that if shooting them will assist my teammates in getting the final hit, sorry, or the kill, then I will press them. The best thing with Rocket is that every single heal you do, essentially, you're more likely to get assists with Rocket just due to his ult and just how much healing it does across every teammate. Now, what I mean is that it's not individually picked of who you heal. Those beams will heal everyone around them too. So if I shoot one beam in the direction of three people, all three people will get some form of healing from that. Now, I always place my BRB beacons always like close to the battlefield, but away from enemy sight. So I want my tanks to be respawned right next to where everything's happening, right? If I find myself getting pressed, or if the enemy's starting to press where I'm at, or they see the beacon, then I quickly just retrieve it and then just pop another one. Another thing you want to prioritize doing is just popping down your ult as soon as you can. That damage buff, you might not view it as an actual support ult, but that damage buff goes a long way in just lasering your opponent. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is just popping down your beacon at the start of each round. Allow all your teammates to start off with a bit of extra health and even a jump boost. If there's a Wolverine that's actually switched on, they will take that jump boost, and when they do their kidnapping with a tank, they can use that jump boost and even leap even further with the tank attached to them. So I'm going to let this round play out, and for you guys to see how we won this round and completely dominated, and essentially what I did as Rocket. Okay, so keep all the tips in mind and just watch this gameplay and enjoy.
This is real firepower!
Disappear! Shield up!
You're welcome.
Judge, jury, execute!
Party time!
I'll patch you up. Team play. That's me. Hey, mind if I join you, pal? We got spider shot. You're welcome. Team play. That's me. Who needs a power up?
Final score.
So there you have it. I ended the game on 19,000 healing, 7 kills and 24 assists. Now, Raccoon isn't always a stat hero, okay? So that's why he cops a lot of abuse. And be ready to cop a lot of abuse when you get into higher lobbies. Everyone will always be like, get off Rocket, Rocket L. Even though you're carrying and you're getting like 25k heals in like round 1, everyone will just say, get off Rocket. Or when you're queuing, everyone will be like, oh no, there's a Rocket, we need another support. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to the hate, bro. Just make sure you perform. Ensure you implement all these tips that I've talked about in this game to really master playing Raccoon. And I'll be sure to upload more videos like this if you guys enjoyed it. So give it a like and a comment, and I'll see you guys soon.